Good morning. Today I want to share Job 42, verse 2, which says, I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted. This was said by Job in response to God finally answering his questions as to why he had been struck with so much calamity in his life. All his children had died, the animals and everything that he owned had been taken from. Pretty much everything except his life and his wife was taken from him. He had sores covering his body, and his friends thought, you must have done something wrong and God's punishing you. And Job knew he had been faithful. He hadn't done anything wrong. But he was questioning God, and God finally responded. And Job realized, I was wrong to question God, and knew, he always has a plan. And as I read this verse today, I thought of, even when I don't understand why I'm going through something, why I'm facing something, why it seems like, you're not answering my prayer the way I wanted it answered. God has a plan. And, today he just was reminding me, sometimes that plan is to help you learn and grow. He also reminded me, even if you don't understand and I don't take you out of a situation, doesn't mean I'm not right there with you. I am with you. I'm walking through that situation with you. So we can learn and grow in every situation. Our faith grows because when we realize we're weak, we can't do this on our own, our faith grows because we know we have to trust God and lean on Him and do it in His strength. So I just want to encourage you, if you're going through a difficult time, whether it is the death of a loved one or financial difficulties, depression, whatever it is, I encourage you to not get angry at God, because I think we've all heard someone say, God could have prevented this from happening. Why didn't He? And what you can remember, as was learning this morning, God does have a plan. And no matter what you're walking through, He is right there in the midst. He will help you. Just trust Him and lean on Him and know God's plan is usually beyond our thinking. But trust Him enough to say, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me? How am I going to use this later in life? I'm willing, use me. Because I have known times in my life that something that I went through that wasn't pleasant at the time, I was able later to help somebody else who was going through that same thing, because I had been through it and I knew how I felt and, maybe what helped me. But I was able to empathize with that person. And it meant so much to that person to know I knew what it was like because I had been there. So you never know how God is going to use you because of what you've been through. And maybe He's just trying to make you become the person He wants you to be and who He knows you can be. So keep trusting Him and know that God is good all the time. God bless.